Alright, so this is just kind of funny. We just received a box. We actually ordered this through another company, but it came from Deechworks. We use their pumps on a lot of the Civic kits, and it's actually kind of funny. I opened it and there's all kinds of swag in here, and George comes over and he goes, well, this was through a third party. Why would they give you all kinds of swag? Well, I thought it might be just like an extra little promotion, but there is a note. There is a note. Just want to say, let you guys know we love what you guys do in the Honda community. Keep sharing the love. Here's some Deechworks swag. So thank you, Deechworks. We're going to share a little bit of Deechworks love. Look at that. And of course, I'm going to scan through the catalog for you. They have a lot of good stuff. Check them out. Deechworks, thank you. I should contact you and set up direct. I really should. But I don't buy enough of them, so I figured I'd go through our third party. But thank you so much. Deechworks, everybody. Look at this. First off, I've never seen the aluminum this shiny.
New truck day.
Anybody have a clue what we're looking at here? It's definitely not this. Look at this. This is brand new, so you got to do a review on this truck. This has got to be an official truck. This is Bruce's brand new truck.
First truck in 21 years.
21 years, and he finally got his first truck.
Yeah.
Now they're going to go, hey, congratulations.
I like its bumper. It doesn't have the docks don't have bumper guards that low.
Oh, really?
Dock guards.
So what does that do?
Well, this goes in, but if I,
oh,
hit their dock too hard.
Oh, yeah. Look at this thing. Let me get a look on this. We should definitely look at doing a color correction. Look at it, how echoey it is.
I know.
We've got to do a color correction and a ceramic coat.
Yeah, we're gonna do ceramic coat.
You've already got the nice carbon flash wheels with the shiny lip.
Yeah, look at that. They have the
brand new tires. There's no holes in the tires. There's no scratches. The bumper looks like brand new. Wow, that is incredible. That is too nice to use.
I know.
You should part of this. Just use your old truck. Keep this one nice.
This one nice.
Keep it nice.
Special occasion.
So we're now doing full. I'm not even in screen. I'm now doing full digital Esther. Can you see right here?
Hi.
So this is now how the new digital future is working. Tell us what you've been doing. I know I've talked to you, but these people haven't.
Well, today we've been doing, of course, our digital learning online, which has been fun. Finally, we got that figured out and everything was going on. And then just recently, the kids decided to go outside and dig a hole and fill it with dirt and, well, actually it was already dirt in it, just fill it up with water. Yeah.
Just an ideal situation.
Yeah, she was wearing a white dress and
that sounds quite reasonable.
Oh yeah.
So I'd much rather be doing what we're doing than doing what Esther is doing. So it's funny because I'm sure there's so many people in this situation right now. You're at home, you're homeschooling your kids, you're trying to do this digital learning thing, the computer app, and I'm sure it's not ready and it doesn't work very good and it's spotty, and then trying to deal with your kids at the same time. I'm sure it's new for everybody, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to say this sucks, but like everybody's saying, whether it's just to get you through it or just to make you feel better, it will pass. Whether it's 2 weeks, a month, whatever, it will pass. Just stick in there, stay positive, do what you got to do, try and keep your cool. Don't throw your kids in a muddy hole like Esther is doing and blame them. Don't do it.
Themselves in that hole, and they quite enjoyed it, and then I had to wash them off and
put them in
covered in dirt, but we're making memories and it's fun.
That's true.
I mean, we've done a lot of fun stuff while we've been home, a lot of scavenger hunts and, making crafts and painting and doing things like that. It's not working at the shop and talking to all those awesome people, which,
people do. I'm doing the emails. I'm doing as many emails as I can between working here and doing everything else. I'm trying to do what Esther does. And there is so many emails, there is so many more emails that I can get to, and I used to yell at Esther, get caught up on the emails, and it's amazing how many emails come in. And some of them, just need a basic response. Sorry, we don't work on 1974 Datsuns, or we don't do rear main seals on a Dodge whatever. But you still got to answer them. I tend to just go, okay, I haven't got time, next. So I'm trying to answer everybody as best I can. Esther is missed here. You are missed so much, not just from answering the phone and the emails. I've been making lunch this past week. I've been making sandwiches, and it's not quite the same. I'm not toasting them and putting all the little specialty thing. I'm just putting meat, cheese, mayo, mustard, apple. There you go. So that's what. Yeah, we're almost survival at this point. It's this close to survival. But we did get some gift cards the other day. We got a couple of Panera gift cards and a Chick-fil-A gift card. So we're gonna treat ourselves tomorrow. We're gonna bring food in, eat out. Well, eat out, eat in.
Greens, get some good healthy food, keep you healthy.
Yeah, we'll try and do salad. That's what I might do. I'll get us both the salad. And we've been drinking plenty of water, so we're trying to be healthy, and we're trying to, you know, take care of ourselves as best as we can.
Salad.
Yeah, salad. You hear that, people? And that's, yeah, we've been eating apples all this week too. And you know what they say about apples?
Apple a day.
It does, absolutely. We won't go any further. We'll just say apple a day because the rest of it hasn't been actually verified, so we can apple a day. Yeah, people who keep emailing saying, hey, tell Esther we're thinking about her. We're working on Mark's car right now from Canada. Mark, if you're watching this, we're taking good care of your car, and Esther really wished she should. She wished that she should be here and helping, and you know, she likes to correspond with people. So
yeah.
This is as normal as things can be right now. There is Esther. You see her. Where are you right now? You on the second level of your condo?
Yeah, I'm in my condo.
You're on the beach, right? Beach house?
Oh, I wish. I wish. You can't go to the beach, but my sister was like, I'm going to go. She cleans a condo on the beach, and she's like, I'm just going to go to the condo, clean it, and check it, and just, she goes, I might just sit on the porch and look at the beach, because that's all you can do right now is look at the beach.
Meanwhile, someone on the beach yells, hey, stop looking at the beach. There's a guy out there with a phone. Stop looking at the beach. Stop it. Get back in your house. This isn't for you. Get back in the house. So you're at home, you're trying to do the digital thing, and like everybody else, so we're all in the same boat. We're working. Esther's doing whatever she can. She's working. You're still emailing people, right? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yeah, when I can, when I'm done with digital learning and, you know, PE and all that jazz.
There is a little dude in the background.
Lunch, yeah, there's a little dude with an LH t-shirt on, I think.
Nice. I'm going to finish up with Esther. I got some more stuff to do, so we'll see you here in a second. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
So I did have some big plans for this car, but plans have changed. Just as always, something else caught my attention, something else caught my fancy. And as much as I love this car, this I believe is probably going to be a very popular tuner car. There's a lot of them out there. The prices have come down a lot, so I think it's going to be a really good tuner car. A little bit price dropping right now. A lot of people are in favor of the C8. They're dropping their C7s, but I don't think that will last long. I think the prices will go back up on these once people realize it's the last manual front engine Corvette. Okay, so it is actually a sad day. The Corvette just left. It is going on its way to California. So real quick, let me give you a backstory. Let me try and speed this up. Let me take 30 seconds and tell you what happened. I originally wanted to keep the Z06, the 2019. I didn't want to get a C8 because I was afraid of the first year being full of problems. Suddenly had a change of heart, talked to a couple of people and said, you know what, I really should get a C8. Let's try and be the first one to build a proper titanium exhaust, properly engineered, not just two pipes coming out the back to make a bunch of racket, but one that sounds good, one that actually reduces weight, one that isn't obnoxiously loud, and put on our dyno, do before and after, take it to the track, basically get some content for it too, learn the car, see how cool the car is. Talked to a couple of people. One friend in particular said he can get me one. I said, okay, let's do it. He said, no problem, I'll get you one at MSRP. That's the key point right here, MSRP, which means that's what the factory want to sell you the car for. I said, okay, put my car up for sale. I thought, well, you know what? I won't price it too high. Let's price it reasonable. Mine is the lowest mileage one there is. I think one of the best spec'd 2019s. 601 miles. Put it up for sale. It's sold in 1 day. Maybe I sold it too cheap, but made the commitment with him. That was right as this whole thing was going down, and you know, there was the stay-at-home order, that kind of thing. He sent me the money, no problem, there's the money, go for it. While this is happening, I found out that the C8 isn't going to happen. My guy can't get one. So I start hitting up all the local dealerships. Hey, I need a C8. I want this. I want either red or white or blue. I don't want a goofy color. I don't want red interior, anything else. GT2 seats, you know, Z51. I had kind of a spec that I wanted. Almost every dealership I came across, including my local one here, wanted 20 grand above MSRP. Here's my advice: no car, a production car that is going to be a mass production car is worth a penny over MSRP. Let's say the car is 60 grand right now, when they're everywhere next year, that car's 45. You spec it out to 80, next year it's 60. You spend 20 grand over MSRP, you take that depreciation plus your 20 grand. I've made some really terrible decisions buying cars and selling them at a loss, but I'm not dumb enough to pay over MSRP. I would never do that. So, long story, scratch the C8, that sucked, ain't gonna happen. I just sold my beautiful car. Even though it's not delivered, I made a deal with the guy. He's all excited to get it. It's kind of like a, I won't give too many details, but it's a present to himself, and he's all excited about it. I can't go back on a deal and say, hey, guess what, I need it back. The car was sitting in my shop, but I'd made the deal. So, took a little while. It finally gets the truck comes, the truck picks it up, the car is on its way back to California. In the meantime, I kind of did a little bit of that soul searching, I don't know if that's the right word. Going back over my history, what is the favorite car that, if all cars had an equal price tag, what is the one that I like the best? Which is my favorite? Not just the one that everybody else likes. You want to buy a car that you like, plus you want to get a car that you can afford. So kind of in my line of work, I like to modify and tweak them. I like to customize them. I like to tune them. That's part of my thing. I've done it since I was a little kid. As soon as I get a perfectly good toy, I wanted to take it apart and improve it. Improve it. When you was a little boy, usually means you wreck it, but you're improving it in your own mind. So all the cars I've had, there is one car that stands out above and beyond. It was the best sounding. I took it to the road course. I could drive it the fastest with less experience then than I have now. It sounded the best. It was extremely fast. It was tunable. It was tweakable, customizable. I can take parts off, put parts on, kind of make it my own. And there was one car that stood out. So that is the car I'm pursuing. And if you follow me, if you know anything about my past, you could probably comment below and say, I bet it's this. So you're welcome to do that. When I get it, I will do a full introduction of it. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make a commitment on this one. I'm going to keep this one. It's not going to be a 6-month deal. I'm going to keep it. So if all goes well with the car, if the car is everything it's supposed to be, doesn't have any issues, doesn't have anything that I can't make mine, so to speak, the car is going to stick around. I should have never sold that one that I sold back then. It'll make sense when I get it, I promise. Alright, so next day here in, I would say sunny Florida, but it's not. This is kind of gray and overcast. I don't need these, do I? So, real quick, a couple of things coming up. Hopefully you enjoy the content. I know it's a lot of S2000 stuff. If you like S2000 stuff, you definitely come to the right place, because we work on a ton of S2000s. We're known for S2000s, and we try and keep our prices very, very low, so it makes people's trip worthwhile. If you're coming 2,000 miles, we want to keep our pricing and our service high enough that it's worth the trip. You've heard me talk about that. It's worth the drive. That's kind of like my thing. A couple of things coming up. We have a turbo S2000, really cool project. The customer said, here's the car, this is the turbo I want to use. And get this, it's an oilless turbo. No oil, it's just a turbo with water going to it. Never dealt with one before. Part of me tells me this isn't going to work. You're holding something in your hand and you're going to mount it to the car, and on the back of your mind is saying, it ain't going to work. So that was a fun project. That's coming up. Also, separate video, I'm going to talk about this truck. I love this truck, by the way. I do have some plans for it, mainly for YouTube content, and to kind of change it up a little bit, try and give you guys some ideas if you have a similar truck and you're not into jacking the thing 12 feet in the air and putting mud tires on, or slamming it on the ground so you can't actually drive it, but it looks good in pictures. When I build something, it has to work. If it doesn't work, it's no longer a vehicle. It's a statue. If it's a statue, you don't drive it to work. I don't want a statue. I want a real truck, a real car, something I can use. Also, we have an exhaust on a Jeep, really nice, full midsection, kept the factory mufflers, midsection, took out the resonator, kept the catalytic converters. That is coming up. The video is already out for George's brakes. We basically had a free day, and I said, you know what, George, take this day to yourself. This is your day. Do your brakes, put the new brakes on, paint them, whatever you got to do. The shop is yours. And I kind of treat George like I want to be treated myself. I put myself in his position so many times. Had jobs where it just sucked and the boss hated you and he'd nickel and dimes you to death. I vowed never to do that, so I said, you know what, you're still getting your paycheck. We're a day ahead. It didn't cost us anything, so there's your day. So that's kind of it's a morale thing too. When you work on your own car, it makes you feel better. He feels better about working on his car. He's working on it in the shop. Everything's available to him, so it makes me feel good seeing somebody else enjoy what they do, and he had a blast doing that. So watch that video. We also have a couple of more supercharged S2000s, surprise, surprise. We still do a lot of those, and we tried to price our supercharger kit so low, it's a no-brainer, you know. That might be George coming up right now. See if I can get him to do a burnout real quick. Just do a quick burnout for the camera, burnout for the fans. Just a full-on burnout in the parking lot. How is everything? I was just talking about your brakes. Still look good. How many days has this been? 4 days ago? 5 days ago?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, I just put the video up last night.
Like last Friday. A week.
Yeah, somebody, by the way, did message, I'm glad that you fixed the rotor vanes because you had them backwards in the video.
No, I didn't.
I know. I think they were looking at the wrong side and they didn't realize they were directional. But it's funny. YouTube comments are hilarious.
I looked last night.
Yeah. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's a good video.
Yeah. So
So hopefully you like that. Look how cool this car is. If you didn't like a Mugen Civic before, you've got to like one now. I mean, look at that thing. Suspension is still factory height. It's not lowered. The exhaust is the Mugen exhaust. Whoa, whoa, I was only kidding. He don't mess around, does he? Still factory exhaust, Skunk 2 header, LHT spacer. Of course, he's got the LHT spacer and the cold air intake on the Honda, and there is more to come on this. A lot of people speculating what is George going to do to the car next. Well, we don't know. You're just going to have to wait and see. Probably remove that bird poop would probably want to be the next modification on the list.
And drive it.
And drive it. See, George gets it, he drives it. He does better than me. I tend to keep them shiny and sell them to the next owner. George has got it right. Anyway, end of the video. See you on the next video. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the like, and don't forget, enjoy your cars.